What's going on, ladies and gents? It is your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
Today we're talking about Porsha Williams, Simon Guobadia, but from a different angle. We're talking about how someone is looking at them.
Okay.
Not just us, of course, not the internet and everyone else, but
I'm here for it.
her ex-fiancé, Dennis McKinley. I think I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
But we're going to hop right into that. Before we do so, you know the drill here. If this is your first time, hit that sub button, notification bell. You won't miss a video like this. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Like the video and get ready to drop your comments below. So, Juju.
Yes, sir.
We did a video not long ago where we talked about how Porsha and Simon may have been exposed by Dennis. He revealed a lot of things that, weren't really flattering about Porsha.
Right.
In fact, he basically insinuated that she's a gold digger.
Yeah.
And we went in. We had to touch on what he brought up, right?
Right.
But now, today, the real question is, what's the motive behind all of the things Dennis is doing? He's revealing a lot of things, but we want to deep dive into why he's doing it, why now, and even if some of the things he's saying are true, what is his motive? And that's it seems like you got some information that will be important, so let the people know why Dennis might be jealous.
I like what you did there.
Dennis the jealous. No, but for real, we got to talk. So Juju, drop some, we're going to go over several points, of course, but what's one of the first things that come to mind?
Okay. Well, one thing that comes to my mind is the whole tattoo situation.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Talk about it.
This was brought up when he had that little sit down with Lauren, Porsha's sister. And, he revealed she got a tattoo of his name, I think it was, or something that was meaningful to him, right? On her neck, on one side. And then now with Simon, she comes and does another tattoo on the opposite end, but still on the neck. So Dennis was like, I thought that was something like special, like
right. He thought that was their thing.
Yeah, their
Porsha's thing with him.
Right.
Even though she's engaged to a whole new man,
a whole one, right?
He's still feeling some kind of way that she's doing something that she did with him.
Right. So just for him to just say that, like, I thought that was like our thing.
Right.
Come on now. If someone for someone to say that, it insinuates that they have some type of feelings, right? Like for the other.
I mean, it could be looked at as petty, but why care at all? That's the point. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter like what you used to pinch your ex's butt and then now someone else is pinching it, so you're mad at that.
No.
You shouldn't be mad at anything.
Right.
Once or if you fully moved on. So that's a good point there, and guys, again, leave a comment. If you watch Porsha Family Matters, a lot of what we're saying, we're breaking down some of the episodes and, grabbing little pieces to explain what we're talking about. So you may recall that scene Juju touched on. And if you agree, like, why should he bring that up? And then he's bringing it up to Lauren. You know what I mean? It's not just any old, barbershop talk or someone that's not important to the family. It's Porsha's sister. Like, one way or another, he might even be hoping it gets back to Porsha. Like, yo, why would you do that? That's our thing. So, Dennis, you're moving a little suspicious in these streets.
Right.
Very. So, guys, leave a comment and let us know what you think about that first point.
Yes.
Does it merit jealousy in any way? What do you think? Is he hateful, spiteful, vindictive? Like, what or why would he do that? That's what we're asking.
Right.
Now, what else? That can't be the only reason
there's a few.
You think he might be jealous. You got some more, Juju?
Yeah, there's a few. For example, his whole thing about the timeline of him breaking it off with Porsha.
Okay.
And when Porsha just showed up like out of the woods saying, I'm a fiance now.
Yeah,
right?
There was a discrepancy. It seemed like when You know what? He had to sit down with Porsha. Mm-hmm. Can't recall if it was the first or second episode, but I do remember he sat down like some restaurant with Porsha.
Yeah.
And they had like a little discrepancy going back and forth as to when their relationship ended.
Exactly.
So you're right. He kind of wanted to
make it
January.
Clear.
Like, nah, we were still messing around like up until this point.
Right.
And then like what, a few months later, a few weeks later, you're engaged.
Exactly.
So yeah, you know, he's in a different space.
Yeah, I
emotionally speaking, than Porsha is. And then Porsha, on the other hand, was just like, nah, we were done like last year.
In December.
2020.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like, basically, like, he's keeping notes, right?
Keeping notes, man.
Yeah, and notes.
So what are your thoughts behind him doing it and speaking of it in that way? Why, like, what do you think he's trying to get at? Or what do you think that reveals, rather?
I think it reveals that he is feeling some type of way. Like, he, in his mind, he's just like, wow, you moved on that fast from me?
Yeah.
Like, and some may say, oh, it's his pride, it's his ego, right?
Right.
But, I mean, yes, to an extent, I think it's really his feelings. It's his feelings for her.
Right.
And, I know a lot of people say that, well, he did her wrong,
Yeah.
So who cares? This is what he gets, right? He missed out,
right?
But still, at the end of the day, I mean, come on now. They were engaged. He was willing to put a ring on it. Right.
Well, yeah, he was engaged to Porsha at one point, and they have a child together.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they weren't just messing around. And like, for those that might try to defend Dennis and say, look, Falynn felt the same way about what Simon did. Like, it's just a natural reaction to feel like you've been sideswiped, or you're kind of taken off guard. Like, why or how would this happen, so quickly? So for those that might try to use that argument, Porsha were not together for at least a couple months.
Right.
So yes, getting engaged in that window is kind of extreme, moving, but they were not together. Like, he admitted, look, if it was January or December, right?
Right.
In either case, they were broken up. And she moved on. So what? She has to wait a year or two. She has to go through several guys. She has to date the guy for you. My point is, what does it matter if she's not with you at all?
Right.
And if you have moved on as well and have a new person or new interests, etc. So yeah. And Falynn has more merit in her case as far as being upset simply because she was married up until the point Simon moved on.
Right.
Dennis and Porsha were already broken up. They were not together at all. So even if they were only broken up for a week and they both agreed to not get back together, and then she has a new love, it still constitutes like, hey man, fair game. Like, she moved on, you moved on, etc.
Right.
So, now we have two big reasons why Dennis might look a little bit jealous. I know you got some more, Juju.
Yeah.
Is there any more reason or things we can look at? And if so, drop it on us.
Right. So, so it was the tattoo thing. It was the whole time frame. Like, no, we were over at this point. Oh, and you want to know what else that could be a telltale sign that Dennis is not over Porsha, that he's feeling some type of way?
What's that?
I mean, it could be petty. It could be looked at as very petty, but it's the whole robe, the infamous robe.
That Versace
robe.
That thing cost a little grip, right? He wanted it back.
He wanted, actually, I think, I think he wanted 2 of them back because he left 2 at the house, and he wanted some other stuff from her. But he's not letting up on that robe.
Yeah.
So I remember, I think that was in the last episode, that Lauren and the cousin went to retrieve the robe to, try to get him to go on the family trip.
Right.
But yeah, he did not want to let that go.
Right.
And it's almost like, I mean, come on now. I'm sure you could, purchase another one? I mean,
yeah.
Let's be real, right? So what do you make out of that?
Yeah, it goes back to the whole moving on thing, Like, you got to cut your losses, man. Like, when you move on, there are going to be some gifts or things that the other person has and walks away with, and you may even feel upset. But if you truly have moved on, you won't be using a checklist and trying to itemize every little expense and thing you've done, trying to get that back. That's part of not moving on when you do that.
Right.
So for him to even remember he left the robe there and go as far as he did to get it back, it says a lot about how he views her new situation.
Right.
Maybe he's looking at Simon like, yo, dude got money, let him buy your robe.
Yeah.
Why my robe got to be with you? I get that it's his, and he might have just forgotten it over there, etc. But again, the timing of all of this makes it really suspicious. And yes, it is a petty thing, but that also reveals how he must feel.
Yeah.
When you're jealous, you also do very petty things.
That's true.
And your attitude, you change, you become petty. And that's kind of what we're noticing a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, leave a comment. Let us know, if you agree with any of this. If you sense that Dennis might be jealous. But Juju.
Yes?
I have one myself that just came to mind.
What's that?
That's going to be a nice little bomb to drop.
Oh, drop it.
Regarding Dennis being jealous. All right. So even if you guys think the last 3 things we touched on weren't that substantial or, it's reaching, you may think that. Look, this little tidbit, I think it came from, I want to say the first episode of Porsha Family Matters, right? But in either case, it was during the sit down Dennis had with Porsha. During that sit down, some of the things he said to her and the way he said it, it was a little weird considering that at that point she was already engaged to Simon.
Right.
Remember when he talked about the love between them?
Oh.
Dennis didn't just say, look, you're the mother of my child. I'm going to always have a love for you.
Yeah.
He didn't say you're a woman that, takes care of my daughter. And no, he was literally like, look, you love me. I got love for you. I love you. We love each other.
Yes.
You guys remember that little exchange? It was kind of awkward because Porsha had to kind of downplay it and be like, look, look, we're like, platonically, like she kind of went that route.
Like what type of love? Right.
When he was like, I'm going to always love you. Like he was kind of pouring it on in such a way that
he didn't want to clarify.
Yeah, and made it weird, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And guys or girls who tend to do that, they're only doing that for a reason. At that point, it's like they're desperately trying to fish for some kind of emotion and reciprocation. So that part just came to mind. I remember him saying that. You remember that part, Juju?
No, I do.
So come on, man. If you
that
know
was weird.
that your ex is engaged to a new man,
yes,
the last thing in your mind would be the word love.
Right.
No, seriously. Even if it's like the mother of your child, you won't even be thinking of saying it platonically. Right. You'll be like, yo, you got a new man. I'm just here. We're cordial. Most people use that word.
Right.
We're mature. We're grown. We're past the hate, past the bitter stages. But he was really sitting there dinner. Remember, across from each other. He was digging. He was reaching. He was fishing for something.
Yes, I agree.
He had that little blazer on too. Took it to that meat buffet at Rhodesia.
It was a Rhodesia restaurant.
That nicely done steak with wine can hit the spot.
Come on now.
He forgot that Porsha drinks like a sailor. He forgot that she could throw a few back. He thought it hit the spot, and she was right, but she wasn't right yet. She was just drinking that thing like it was water. She was looking at him like, nope, I don't love you yet. But I remember Dennis did try to do that. He did. And Juju.
Yes.
Before we end it, though, because I don't know if we gave the audience, the people listening, enough reason to think that there may be some jealousy, right?
All right.
I think there's one last reason that you brought up, and I want you to share that with the people. I think it has something to do with some kind of picture and someone leaving a comment or something under that picture.
Oh, yes.
So let them know. We got a lot of ammo for you guys to really, take in and let us know in the comments if you agree or what your thoughts are. But what was that?
Yes, that's right. So basically on Porsha's Instagram page, she posted a very voluptuous picture of herself.
Yeah, and if we find it, we're going to post it up right now.
Yes. And below that, Dennis, I don't remember word for word, but he basically was like, okay, like I see you.
It was something alluding to hostess.
I forgot.
Some kind of, elements, cakes.
Oh, yeah, the cakes.
I'll just, yeah.
Your cakes is looking right. Yeah.
Yeah, cakes are caking. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, if I didn't know that you were, something about like if I didn't forget or if I didn't, something, what was he, what did he say? Something about like being married, if I didn't forget that you were married or something like
Engaged or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, he was checking out the cakes, man, in that Instagram post.
Right. And that caused Simon to be like,
I know.
Yo, he
Simon,
reposted it. He had like capital MINE.
He's like, that's mine.
Cookie Monster face, everything. That's mine. Simon was like, that is me.
Oh my gosh.
But it was I remember that.
I remember.
Again, this might be petty, but think about it.
You gotta add it up.
You got to add it up.
All
man.
of it.
And who of you, right? Whether you're a guy or a girl, who of you would be okay with that? Like the ex is coming around talking, leaving comments like that.
He didn't even delete it.
Yeah.
He didn't delete it. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. The question is not whether Dennis supports Simon. We're way past that. That
Right.
question is out the window. Forget support. He's trying to get back
He's
in.
trying to get her back.
He's trying to get into the new home, pull her out and back into his crib. So, guys, I think we got more than enough for you guys to eat up, and let us know what your thoughts are below. Leave a comment if you agree, disagree. Let us know what you think. And thank you so much if you've listened this far. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget that notification bell so you won't miss a video like this. We will be checking out the comments. Yeah. Thank you. Share the video, like the video, all of that cool YouTube stuff. And until next time,
escape the Matrix.